Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Football Manager 2019 with Zebu Nation. We're back again. FC Cincinnati, second half of the MLS 2019 regular season is rolling along. I know the last couple of episodes I had a little bit of a nervous breakdown there, but that's fine. Everything's fine now. We're recovered, back to normal. We're going to just move on. It's like one of those comedy movies, where the guys wake up after the bachelor party or whatever, and the place is trashed, and there's a tiger in the bathroom, and nobody knows what happens, but it's fine. We're going to move on. We got some new players on the team. We don't know where they came from. I don't remember where they came from. You don't remember where they came from. It's fine. It's okay. We're going to just, go along with the flow along, as the saying does not go. But anyway, speaking of new players, our dynamics are fine. Even though we have brought in a few new players over the last couple of months, match cohesion is still average, which is about all we can expect these days. Locker room atmosphere is good, surprisingly. Leadership support is very good. Still, that hasn't changed. We're down to 3 guys on the list who are concerned and or unhappy, so no problems there. Hierarchy's still looking solid. We got the nice pyramid formation here. Don't exactly have a team leader as of yet, but Akugo and Adi are still highly influential. That's definitely where we want them to be. Got a nice, solid, thick layer of influential players there. We've got a lot of support from the team. 14 players support us. 16 have no opinion, and nobody is against us. So that's really good. Social groups, it's fine. This is fine. We got 2 guys down here and the others. A couple of our youngsters, Glad and Richie. That's no problem. But we've moved a lot of people up into the core social group. So we're actually working towards, a pretty cohesive unit. Happiness, everybody is mostly happy. Got a couple of slightly unhappy or slightly happy people. Shelton, Beasler, Ship, who just got here. Even though I know he wants to be a starter at 27 years old, but, whatever. Keiichi, I'm not sure why he's only slightly happy, but we'll see. We got the one unhappy guy, Steve Hudson, and he's just going to have to, suck on it and like it at this point because he ain't going nowhere. So it's not team meeting time or anything like that. We're still looking pretty good. And even in terms of competitions, we're still looking okay. Still second in the Eastern Conference with 36 points after 21 games. We still have 2 games in hand versus a lot of teams. The only problem here is that we have lost significant ground against Atlanta United. They are pulling away from the Eastern Conference. The only team currently keeping up with them in the whole league is LAFC at 48 points. And LAFC has 2 games in hand against, or 2 games, whatever. They've played 2 more games than Atlanta. So really they're even farther back than the 3 points there would indicate. And we are still 7th in the Supporter Shield. So we've dropped a little bit, but we're still well within striking distance of, as high as 3rd place. So that's fine. Adi is still the leading goal scorer in the league at 10 goals. DeVries, we're going to miss DeVries, unfortunately, the highest rated player. But yeah, other than that, we're still doing good. There's no reason to panic, even though we're on a little bit of another slide here. 2 losses and a draw in our last 3 games. The good news is we have Orlando City and the 2 New York teams coming up next. Which if we look at the competition, Orlando City, 11th in the conference and 23rd overall. NYFC, 12th in the conference and 24th overall. And then New York Red Bull, they're 7th. They're just out of playoff contention, but they are all the way down to 18th overall in the Supporter Shield. So we got 3 what should be winnable games coming up against these teams. So that should be all right. We're gonna go with the formation that got us the draw in our 3-game sort of skid that we're in here. So we're gonna go back to the 4-1-2-3 or the 4-3-3, however you like to call it, and we'll see how that works. hand over to the assistant coach there and continue on. Today we're going to play Orlando City and then New York City. Try to get 2 games in, and that will get us closer to the 3/4 season mark. I think we can play 2 games this week, 2 games next week, and that will get us to the 3/4 season update. So that'll be cool. Let's see, a lot of interesting games this week. Houston, Minnesota, that's turned into a pretty good game. Minnesota's a little bit of a surprise this season, being near the top of the league. Seattle Sporting KC is another pretty good matchup. Montreal and Toronto, of course, the big Canadian rivalry there. So we got a few interesting games going on this week. I think they said that Orlando was our rival for some reason, but I don't think they are. It's like some news guy was like, how do you feel playing against your rivals? I think it's just because we've got a couple of players who were formerly Orlando players. If we can look at our profile, general. We have no fierce rivals and no other rivals. We are rival-less, although, in honesty, FC Cincinnati does have some rivals. Louisville and Pittsburgh and stuff like that. You'd think Columbus, but I guess they're going to wait for that to grow more naturally. They're not just going to make Columbus our rival, so that's fine. Got a lot of guys that we have scouted for the transfer window. I don't think we're going to go after any of these guys. We don't necessarily need them. We're already spending a lot of money, even though we've got some allocation money we could spend if necessary, but I just don't think it's necessary at this point. So we'll forget all that. It's brought us enough problems. So here we are, today's matchup versus Orlando City in Orlando City Stadium. 24,000 tickets sold of a 25,500 capacity, so a near sellout. Perfect pitch, 69 degrees and gusty. It's a little cold for Orlando, Florida, especially in July. So I don't know what that is, global warming or something going on there. That seems a bit odd. There might be a storm brewing, who knows. But anyway, they've got no injuries to speak of, whereas we have been hit by the injury bug recently. Of course, DeVries is out for the season. Emery Welshman, not really a big loss, but he's out for a couple of months as well. Alashe, he's been suspended again. We're just the yellow card contingent continues. And then Harry Shipp, one of the guys we brought in to be sort of a super sub, he got injured immediately in his first game. So we are missing those guys, but other than that, we're fairly healthy. So as I mentioned, 4-1-2-3 DM wide. Going to play a little bit more, counter-attacky, a little bit more conservative than we have played the first half. I don't like it. It's not really how I want to play, but maybe that's how this team needs to play. So we're looking at Orlando here. They got Rennan in goal. Trafford Moretti is their team captain. 24 appearances. 1 goal, 2 assists from central defense is pretty good. Sane, Felcher, decent defense there. Yotun, Jonathan Spector, pretty good player, 4 assists right now. Russell Mueller, 3 assists, 17 starts. Figueroa and Dom Dwyer up top. Dwyer, 20 goals on the season. Holy cow. 20 goals in 23 appearances. He is tearing it up. We definitely have to keep an eye on old Double D. So let's do the pep talk. Opposition instructions. You know what we're going to do. We're going to tightly mark all of these guys. Figueroa, Yotun, Mueller. I like to sort of press the wingers. Fullbacks, Felcher might come forward, so we'll sort of lazily mark him, but other than that, we're okay. Absence of Alashe is sure to be felt. Yeah, he's been suspended. That's fine. It would be nice to have him, but we'll deal as best we can. Thoughts on playing NYFC parting company with Remy Gard? They just hired this dude. I mean, as far as I recall, they just hired him. 2019 to 2019. Like, he didn't even get a full season, and he is out the door for NYC. Again, they're one of these small roster teams. We're not going to dwell on that. But we take a look at their coaches. Who's their coach right now? Does it say? Captain is David Villa. He's retiring. The good news for NYC is they got two guys who are making major league money on their roster, and both of them are leaving the team after this season. So New York City's salary cap issues will be over after this season. Once David Villa retires, once whoever the other guy is gone, they'll be fine. So that's no problem. Does it say who their coach is? We should be able to see their coach, right? Yeah. Javier Perez, Spaniard. To go along with David Villa. Alexander Ring, I think, is the other guy whose contract... No, his contract's till 2021. He still makes a lot of money, but he's not the guy. Anyway, Javier Perez. Pretty good. Good motivator. Good judge of personality and players. Very knowledgeable in Spain and USA. So he's been with NYFC for quite a while. Been with as a coach since 2015. Interim head coach, then assistant coach, now interim head coach again. Maybe they'll give this guy a shot to be the head coach. I don't know. Determination is good. Discipline and man management, not great. But they can't seem to keep a coach. So might as well give this guy a shot, I guess. What are your thoughts on them? It's unfortunate. Whatever. Get out of here. All right. So here we are. Orlando City. I almost thought we were playing New York for a second because we just looked at New York. But great turnover there. Okay. All right, boys. Let's see what we can do. Both teams are playing a bit defensive. They got the 4-4-1-1. Definitely not the most attacking thing you've ever seen. So we might not get a ton of highlights out of this game. We shall see. 3 fouls already for Orlando. Both teams hovering at 50% possession. Starting to gather in a little bit more possession here. How are we looking rankings-wise or ratings-wise? Everybody on the whole team is about 6-7 for both teams. This is probably what we're going to get. Just a lot of back and forth at midfield. They've suddenly garnered a lot of possession, 59%, 61%. They might be pushing forward against our defense. Here's Figueroa now for Orlando. In the purple, Sane can't quite get ahead on it. Miller tracks it down ahead of Spector. Doesn't quite clear it. Figueroa chases it down. He's murdered there by Beasler. Beasler's going to try to get it forward. Cannot clear it very well. I mean, he clears it a little bit. But Orlando's going to reset, and the highlight is continuing. Yotun out wide sends it in. Headed out nicely by the defense, but Yuri is there. Jonathan Spector. They're trying to get the ball to Dom Dwyer. Definitely not letting them. Yotun. Back to Yuri out wide. Trafford on the overlap. He's not playing our defensive mindset. Good tackle by Akechi, but doesn't help. The highlight continues. Mueller sends one back post. Yotun gathers it in. Centers to Figueroa. Across to Mueller. It's only a matter of time. Only a matter of time with that much possession right in our final third. That was bad. Real bad. Mueller. Across to Yotun. I mean, great pass by Figueroa. Not really much the goalkeeper can do about that. Have a guy set up on your doorstep, uncovered for some reason. Opposition instructions. Suppose we should cover Mueller and Yotun. Trafford came forward. I don't know. Mark everybody, I suppose. Halftime, we might have to push forward, change up our formation a little bit, and go on the attack. I don't know what else we can do. Shelton's looking anxious. Ketchy is looking a little tired. 76%. Here we go. Here's the free kick. Maestro himself. No, off the wall. Ketchy. Dom Dwyer has it. Come on, let's get a interception there. Nope. He tries to clear it, but Marquez is there who bombs it in for Shelton. Shelton to Ledesma. Can he get the pass across? No, he almost scores. But Renan is there. Brazilian Hanan is there. Anyway. That was a good highlight. I like that. 44, 45, 1 minute stoppage, 30 seconds, half time. Okay. So not a lot of offense generated there. 37% possession. That will not do. Let's go to the tactics. Go back to this. Now, who do we take out of midfield is the question. Is the big question. Is anybody playing particularly poorly? Delgado's not playing well. Beasler's the only one who's playing decently. I guess Delgado is the culprit here. So take Delgado out. Then the question is, do we bring in Seabone? I don't think so. I think what we do. Ketchy in the middle. It's more of his natural position. Ledesma on the left-hand side. That's more of his natural position. Shelton on the attack on the right. And then we bring in Adi up top. Have him be target man in the attack position. And this is pretty much how we've been playing in the first half of the season. So I guess we'll go with all of this. Yes. All right. Dressing room now. Again, let's get aggressive. Assertive even. Expect to see a much better showing. There we go. Start the second half. We're going to come out all new, all different. Switched around our team. Switched around our tactics. Let's go. Here we go. Ketchy. Can't curve one in, but that was a nice kick. I like the idea. Got it up over the wall. Almost snuck it in that near corner. So there we go. Already got one highlight. Here's Orlando with the throw in now. Figueroa has it. Spectre. Out wide to Yatun. He just cuts inside. Spectre with a shot. Stefan with the stop. And Mueller. Wide open goal, and he skies it. That is one he's going to want back. Tell our players to try more direct passing. Okay. Give that a shot. We're up to 40% possession. Yikes. Our opposition instructions looking here. You know, we'll go with a little bit more of a pressing attitude. "61 minutes down already. Ketchy's not playing too good. Let's give them a shout. Show some passion. Let's get out there. First yellow card of the season for Ketchy. Here he is on the free kick. Sends one in off the crossbar. Adi, though, looks like he wins a corner for us, so that's good. Here we go. Ledesma. Going to send one in. Backside to Adi. Heads it down, but Yatun intercepts. Glad's going to have to take it at midfield and hopefully restart the offense. No. Cannot. 70 minutes. Clock is just rolling. We're up to 42% possession now. Sasha Kleshchin in for Jonathan Spector. 77 minutes. Come on, boys. We need a highlight. We need a highlight. We need something. Tactics. Is there anything we're doing tactically that maybe we shouldn't? In possession. Let's try shooting on sight. Confirm changes. 82-minute shout. Demand more. There we go. They're focused. They're anxious. They're furious. Frustrated. Beasler. Both teams are only threatening from long range. 89 minutes. 5 minutes of stoppage time. 91. 92. 93. 2 minutes left. Minute 30. Minute left. 30 seconds. 15 seconds. Final highlight. Right here. Ledesma. Kugo out wide. Romney on the overlap. Back to Ledesma. Final desperate attempt. Romney sends one in for Adi. Can't get the head on it. There's the whistle. 1-0 loss to Orlando City. The longest losing streak of the season. Assertive. Not happy. Let's go. You know, we're turning into a team that is like only winning at home. We're losing all these road games. Cincinnati, we've dropped down to 3rd in the conference now. Which is, pretty good. But we're going to start playing a bunch of conference teams just like we did. And we need to get these wins. When we're playing the bottom of the conference, we need these wins. All right. I'm going to pause it while we do whatever it is we're doing here. Okay, we're back. And after that disappointing loss, we've dropped down to 3rd place in the Eastern Conference. Still well above where we predicted to finish. Down to 9th in the Supporters' Shield. So we're creeping down towards the middle of the Supporters' Shield instead of top half. Out of the top 3rd for sure. So we need a win. I mean, let's not mess around. You need a win. NYCFC. If we can't beat them, we can't beat anybody. We should have beat Orlando. Well, we didn't. So, you never know. All right. So, Welshman is still ineligible. DeVries is still ineligible. Both injured. Both on the season-ending injury list. Bedoya is doubtful for NYC. That's another guy on their list who's out. Let's see. We're playing at Nippert Stadium. Finally, another home game. This is definitely what we need. 22,463. So it's like I said, the crowd keeps going up by like 100 each month, which is kind of funny. Anyway, Rubiel Vasquez is the referee. A lot of yellow cards. 3.8 per match. So we're probably going to be looking at another suspension of somebody at the end of this match. But let's go. Get the team selection in there. And here we go. We're going 4-2-3-1 again. Going back to a little bit more, well, a lot more of attacking style. Going back to more of the style that we had at the beginning of the season. I just don't think the style with the defensive midfielder creates enough offense. It's just how I see how it's worked out. So we're going to try to outscore New York. We'll see if that's a bad idea. Probably is. But we're going to try to do it. All right, so here we go. Steffen in goal again. Romney and Miller at the fullbacks. Glad is now back in the lineup with Marquez. Lasche is also back in the lineup with Delgado in the midfield. Ledesma on the left. Shelton on the right wing. Akechi in the middle and Adi up top. So sort of that formation we switched to at the second half of last game. We're going to see maybe if we start with that, put basically our best offensive players on the team and see what they can do. Meanwhile, looks like New York is going with the happy face formation here. Caldwell in goal. 44 concessions on the season. Sands, Joni, and Pertus. I don't know this guy. Hernan Pertus. He's got 19 appearances and a goal on the season. So 3 central defenders, 2 wingbacks, Calvo and Tinnerholm. three midfielders, Maxi Marias, S. Rode Gregerson. Not familiar with this character. He's got no picture. 24-year-old midfielder of some sort. Also can play no-nonsense center back. He's a big, strong guy. Yeah, he definitely looks like a center back. This guy does not look like a particularly good midfielder, honestly. So he's going to be probably playing some sort of defensively minded midfielder. Ring on the right midfield. And then Tujuri Sharadi and David Villa up top. Sharadi, more of a winger by trade, an inside forward. He's got some finishing a little bit, dribbling, first touch. 25 years old. He's okay. Making $350,000. That's too much, honestly, for this guy. But David Villa making his final appearances. 37 years old. He's retiring at the end of the year. Still pretty decent player. I mean, of course, his technicals, his mental's very good. His physicals have even held up somewhat. I mean, I've seen much worse 37-year-olds than this. 8 pace, 8 strength, 8 stamina. That's at least, it's slightly below borderline, but, you know, I've seen worse. It's not 4. Let's put it that way. Let's get back to the match. Let's go. Dressing room, pep talk. You suckers, passionately. We should be winning this one. Play your own game and we'll win. They don't want to hear that. Position instructions. Okay. Let's do it. Let's go. Close down on the wing backs. Definitely want to watch those guys. No doubt about it. And who was it we wanted to close down? I think Gregerson. We want to close down on him because he's just a central defender playing midfield. If he gets the ball, maybe we can pressure him into making some mistakes. Both teams are in poor form. Send the assistant. That's how poor our form is. Here we are, Nippert Stadium. We'll be out of here in a couple years. Brand new shiny stadium. That'll be fun. Maxi Morales. All right, so first highlight goes to the away team here. Just the kickoff highlight. Alashe, nice steal. And there ends the highlight. All right. Let's go, boys. Let's get the early goal. Put the early pressure. See what we can do. We've already got 2 fouls. Tinnerholm with the yellow card for NYC. Fired up. Jay Sands for NYC. 10 minutes. Akechi can't bend it in there. I saw a highlight of him scoring a goal from that exact spot in like some kind of Spanish league or something. Sort of like his generic highlight package when I looked the guy up. And there was a lot of free kicks on those highlight packages, so he is definitely the free kick guru. Although he's only got like what, 1 for us so far. Man, he should be pretty good. Pretty good. Overall, I think aggregate, he should get us several goals. Now that he's playing in more of a position he's accustomed to, maybe he can do a little bit more instead of having to play out on the wing. Here we go. Throw in far side. Delgado already has a yellow card. Centers to Alashe. Alashe back to Miller. Playing around with it. Waiting for people to get in position or make a move of some sort. Alashe fires one. Ledesma fires very ill-advised. And here comes New York on the counterattack. David Villa fires it forward. Miller's going to track it down easily. Highlight continues. He's going to bomb it ahead. Adi wins the header down to Alashe on the run. Get it out wide. There it is. Ledesma taking it out wide. Sends it in. Adi, come on. He broke free on that back line, but couldn't quite get the header on target. So that means he's going to get a concentrate. That's how I use the concentrate. Everybody's overwhelmed. Come on, people. Don't be overwhelmed by me telling you to concentrate. But usually, Like, if you start missing chances and missing opportunities, that's when I tell people to concentrate. I know others out there. I was watching Gray Hair Gaming, and he said he tells people to concentrate, like, after they score a goal to sort of mean, like, calm down a little bit. But anyway, here's Maxi Morales sending one in from the far corner. Justin Glad heads it out. Looks like Tujuri's going to gather it in for New York, but he is covered there. Bad centering pass, intercepted by Adi. Out wide, Kiri Shelton down the far sideline. He's got some space if he can use his speed. 2 men on him, centers it. Not a great centering pass. And now here comes New York trying to start the counterattack. Tujuri beats our central defender to the ball, trying to get it to David Villa. Glad is there. Ketchy bombs it ahead. Nobody there. Ketchy, though, gets the rebound, gets it back to Adi. Forward to Akechi. Great pass out wide to Shelton. He's going to look to center it. He does. A lot of people in the mix there. Looks like Akechi maybe got a head on it. Off the crossbar. Delgado's going to chase it down. Highlight continues here as Romney. No. Seems to be a pattern. When the ball gets to Romney, the highlight stops. I don't know what that's all about. But 0-0 halftime at Nippert Stadium. Kind of some up and down action a little bit, but no scoring. What do we do here? Let's take a look at the tactics. Is anybody playing particularly poorly? Kiri Shelton not playing too well. Ledesma also not playing too well. Not a lot we can do about that. We could bring Crispum in. Move Akechi back out wide to replace one of those wingers. But I don't know that we'll do that just yet. We'll give them a pep talk and see what's up. All right, pep talk. Let's be passionate. Let's give the fans the performance they're expecting. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about the fans. Come on now. All right. Let's go. First half highlight. Let's see a goal right off the kickoff. Ledesma. Out wide. Plenty of space. Stay out wide there. He sends it in. I think that was deflected. Yeah, for a corner. That's good. First 20 seconds in, we get a corner. Far side. Ledesma. Sends it in. Nobody there. But Adi gets it straight back out to him. Now he rushes towards the front of the goal. Ledesma tries to get it to him. Cannot. There's a foul by Shelton, I think. Yeah. That was Shelton. It looked like Shelton just stood there and the other guy jumped over him. But what are you going to do? No VAR on that one. Alexander Ring has been injured. That's a big blow for New York. 54 minutes. We've got 18 shots to 1. Here's Ledesma. Sends it in. Ball knocked out to Adi. Romney. Alashi. He takes it out wide. Sends it across. Kiri Shelton. Somebody get there. Nope. Johnny clears it up. S. Rode Gregerson got a yellow card, 6.3 rating, not looking so good. .64 minutes. Marquez gets a yellow. Delgado's got a yellow. He's looking nervous. All right, we're gonna make some substitutions here. First off, Beasler for Delgado. Get that yellow card out of there. Then I think we will do the little switcheroo here. Ledesma on the right, Akechi on the left, and we'll bring in Crispum up the middle. See if that can make some differences. Marquez is booked. Tell him to ease off tackles. Okay. Here we go. Throw in near side. Miller looking. Gets it to Crispum. Crispum centers. Ledesma. Deflection. Alash. Yes. Yes, the worm burner works again. That was a pretty pitiful forward roll there. We'll give it to him. Lots of teammates coming over to congratulate him. So Miller with a decent throw-in. Crispin with a good centering pass. Ledesma, terrible shot there. But, Lash, it luckily bounced straight to him. And we got the goal. All right, 1-0. Here we go, free kick. Catchy. Oh, just off the post. David Villa has to clear it, but somebody was offside. 77 minutes. Miller just raised his rating to a 7.1. That's looking good. Everybody else is looking very average. Their defense is not playing well. Lots of yellow cards for New York. We've got 53% possessions, 24 shots to 2, 4 on target. Boy, we need some better shooters, I tell you what. They've switched their formation to a 4-3-3. They're trying to go all-out attack, which we should switch to a possession model, but there's 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes of extra time, 4 minutes. See if we can just hold on to 1 minute to go. 30 seconds. Ledesma, the corner. Near side sends it in. It's headed out. Adi has it. He's pausing, waiting for the team to get settled. Romney out wide again. The killer of highlights. He gets it to Akechi. Alashi's going to take another shot. No, Crispum. Crispum sneaks it in. That was not the most powerful shot you're going to ever see in your life. But the goalkeeper was stuck in no man's land there. This is just sort of, a cluster in the middle. This looked like an 8th grade or 8-year-old's soccer match with everybody just piling in. Actually, that looked like a clearance attempt that bounced off of Crispum and back into the goal. So that was like technically an own goal. There we go. 2-0 victory over the worst team in the league. Not a great confidence builder, but we did get the win, and that's what's most important. Yep. I think, the loss of De Vries has been huge. The injury to Barrios has not helped anything. Our attack has really sputtered since we've lost those two guys. But, good win, boys. Well done. Should be getting Barrios back shortly. A week or two. So that's okay. We got Akechi now in there to, sub in. Well, not sub in, but, to mitigate some of the loss of De Vries. Akechi, stellar, yes. No, Alashi, stellar. Nippert Stadium, send the assistant there. That's fine. All right. So what do we got next? New York, New England. New England is the team that we're vying with for second place in the East. So that's going to be a big, big game. And then DC and Toronto. And then we start the fourth quarter versus Atlanta United. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, maybe the fourth quarter starts with Toronto. Yeah, so it's like 17 is like 9 and 8. So yeah, so DC would be the 9th game of the quarter, and then there's 8 left. So sure, whatever. We could even start. All right. Math is starting to occur in my brain. So next episode, we'll play New York and New England, and then we'll do DC United to start the third quarter review. And that'll be the 9th game, and then we'll have 8 games after that. All right. Yes, it's all come together. So that's the plan. We'll do that and come back next time. I don't know. Let's let's just end this now. Until next time, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.